In this video, I'm going to give you a short and accurate retelling of the contents of Allen Carr's book, The Easy Way to Quit Smoking. This is chapters 34 through 44. I'm going to do it in less than 8 minutes. I'm going to do it in the book's own words. If you've not watched the first 3 videos, then start with this video right here, video number 1. It summarizes chapters 1 through 11. It's best to start at the beginning of the book, but if you've watched the first 3 videos, this is the final video and the 4th video. You made it to the end of the book. In these videos, you will have learned everything you need to know about the book and what it actually says in the book's own words. Let's go through the main points of each of these chapters in the book's own words. Chapter 34, Just One Drag. Don't play this dangerous game. Just one drag is exactly how every smoker on the planet started, and it is also how every single ex-smoker on the planet relapsed. If you have just one drag, you'll be smoking for the rest of your life. Chapter 35, Will it be harder for me? The combination of factors that determine how easily or hard it is for each individual to quit is infinite. We are all very different. Some people find it more challenging than others. For example, people who have intense periods of activity followed by extended periods of inactivity, these people typically find it harder to quit. People with jobs that have downtime get bored, and they tend to smoke to provide a distraction from that boredom. The challenge for these types of individuals is to see through the brainwashing that the cigarettes are some kind of all-purpose cure for your boredom. Chapter 36, The Main Reasons for Failure. There are really just 2 main reasons for failure. The first is the influence of other smokers. This is almost always at a weak moment during a social occasion. Typically, alcohol is involved. And in the second occasion, it's typically just having a bad day. Remember that even though today is not a good day, at least you don't have the additional stress and misery of being a smoker on top of it. Also, you can, for a short period of time, just avoid alcohol. Chapter 37, Substitutes. Substitutes include gum, candy, pills, patches, and chocolate. Do not use any of them. They actually make it harder to quit, not easier, because they perpetuate the myth that you have given something up and you somehow need to replace it with something else. That quitting smoking has somehow left a hole in your life that needs to be filled. Smoking actually was the hole in your life. By getting rid of the cigarettes, you will fill the hole and you are once again complete. Chapter 38, Should I Avoid Temptation? This is something that each smoker will need to decide for themselves. There are situations that you will associate with smoking and you will need to develop kind of a strategy for dealing with them. First of all, remove all tobacco products from your possession, including your home, your car, and your work. You see, if you quit, you're not avoiding smoking, you just don't smoke, so you don't need them. The second is social occasions. Look at it this way. You have achieved something great. Why would you not get out and celebrate it? Chapter 39, The Moment of Revelation. For some smokers, the moment of revelation takes place a couple of weeks after they stop smoking. The sky becomes clearer and brighter as the last of the poisons are finally swept away from your body. With the right frame of mind, the whole process is enjoyable right from the beginning. If you are expecting to find the quitting process to be miserable and depressing, that's exactly what you're going to find. But if you expect to be happy and excited, then things will just keep getting better and better. Chapter 40, The Final Cigarette. Having decided on your timing for quitting, you are now ready to be smoke-free and have your final cigarette. Focus on the wonderful feelings that you're about to experience and the wonderful gifts you're going to get by being a non-smoker. Health, life, happiness, freedom, positive things are endless. When you think about smoking during the next few days or the rest of your life, just think, yippee! I'm a non-smoker. I'm finally free. Chapter 41, A Final Warning. Smokers who find it easy to stop can sometimes relapse because they think that it will be easy to quit again. Do not fall for this trap. No matter how long you've been a non-smoker for, or how confident you are that you could never get hooked again, if you have just one, you will instantly become re-addicted. Make it a rule for life that you don't smoke tobacco. No exceptions. Ever. Period. This is not a game. There are some things in life that you don't mess around with, and smoking is one of them. Chapter 42, 25 years of feedback. In this chapter, Allen Carr merely just lists the main reasons people tell him why they fail at quitting, and they are fear of failure, fear of panic, being miserable if you can't have a cigarette. Some people are kind of waiting for a revelation or an aha moment that never happens. People worry about still craving cigarettes. They worry that when they stop smoking, that they'll stop enjoying life. They may feel angry or irritable. A few tips on how to combat these things might have been nice, but he just doesn't give any. Chapter 43, help the smoker on the sinking ship. There has been a huge change in society's attitude towards smokers. Today, smokers are kind of shoved outside into the freezing cold, and cities are now restricting the outside spaces smokers can actually even light up in. Even smokers now kind of regard smoking as antisocial. It's kind of like being on a sinking ship. Society has made the mistake of demonizing the victim instead of the disease. Smokers should be treated with sensitivity, treated with respect and dignity. Chapter 44, advice to non-smokers. Smokers smoke because they feel utterly dependent on the cigarette. They think that the cigarette somehow solves a problem. For example, they may think it solves the problem of stress or anxiety, or that they somehow can't enjoy life without a cigarette. If you try and argue with this, it will just make them want to smoke more. Instead, concentrate on the other side of the coin, how good their life will be when they quit, that there is life after smoking. They are free for life. Build them up, don't tear them down. During their quit, if they suffer, do not minimize it. Be sympathetic. Tell them how proud you are of them. You can also go out of your way to make their life less stressful and help find ways to make life more interesting and exciting for them, especially in the early days of their quit. Those are the important points. Next, please check out this video on how to quit smoking for life.